Record. Recording in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Combat Sports Report podcast with your host, Alan, and with your co-host, Simkai. One of these days, I'm going to wear the Fighting Nerds glasses on the pod. I have them. They're
You
like
gotta
in
wear
my
them,
room.
bro. You're wearing
They're in
your
my room, but I've never done it. I got to do it for a special occasion.
No, you do. You're rocking those glasses, so you could definitely do the other one,
Yeah.
the fighting
If
nerd.
Kyle Bahayo wins the belt ever, I'll walk around in those glasses for like a week. No, no cap, no kizzy. I'm doing it. Anyway, let's get right into it.
Yep.
We got a
What you got?
weekend full of fights coming up and some exciting ones. We got some requests for this podcast. It doesn't usually happen to talk about specific fighters. People want to know which way to bet. They want
Yeah,
to show their
obviously.
favorite fighters some support. Yeah. So, okay. Let's start with the UFC card that's coming up. We already went over UFC Atlanta, so if you missed that, watch our previous episode, which was what, episode like 25?
Episode 25. We're on episode 26, guys.
This is episode 26. We've made it this far. We've beaten
Hey, it
99%
was
of
chaotic.
podcasters already. We did it. All right. Anyway, we did UFC Atlanta. Let's go over UFC Baku, Azerbaijan. You
Ooh,
ready?
so we got that. So should we hit that? Yeah, we'll hit that first, and we'll save everything.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. That's the big kahuna. So we gotta go for first.
Yeah, no, we do. So I guess we should do it, but I want to do it bottom to top. I think that's
Bottom to top.
that's
The okay, fine. The anticipation might kill me in the process, but all right, let's do it bottom to
we
top.
gotta do it.
First
We gotta
fight
do
of
it.
the night, we got Hamdi Abdelwahab from Egypt fighting Muhammad Usman from Nigeria.
Yeah. Big heavyweight fight in the to open up the card.
Mm,
I Muhammad Usman has had more wins than losses. I'm pretty sure he's been on a
he's winning.
he's been on a two fight skid, but
He's winning. Reese, like other than this two fight skid, he's been winning.
yeah, I think he's gonna beat the Delhi Wab.
Really? I disagree, bro. I think Hamdi beats the shit out of Usman.
You think so?
I think he beats the shit out of him.
He went to no contest with Dontel Mais. I mean, it's possible, but
Well, went to and no contest doesn't really work together. Like what
yes.
happened in that fight?
Then he had a split decision win versus Jamal Pogues.
He beat the shit out of Pogues, bro. I watched that fight. Oh, why is interesting? It's a draw. Why was it overturned? I wonder. Did you hear anything about that fight?
No.
No idea. Okay, in that fight, he knocked down Dontel Mays once. He doubled up the total strikes that Dontel Mays landed, and he had 3 out of 4 takedowns.
Oh shit.
Hamdi Abdel Wahab does not have a big name, but that boy is kind of scary. I can't even lie.
Kind
He's
of.
really good. Very good.
Kind of, dude.
You're still going with what's it called? Muhammad Usman?
I mean, I think Muhammad Usman has a good, well-around skill set. I think
Hmm.
he has Kamaru in his corner. He has literally one of the greatest at welterweight to do it. He has
Yeah,
who
but what does that mean for him and his fighting ability?
it means that he's going to be able to train with someone who has that experience of fighting high-level people, and he's going to be having trained with high-level people. So, like, I feel
They
like,
both do. They're both pro fighters.
but
Pro fighters train with other pro
Hamdi train with?
fighters.
Who does Hamdi train with, though?
It's a good question. Let's Google training camp.
If it's an Egyptian gym of some kind, I mean, I'm not going to assume that that's what it is, but if it is, I don't know.
Mm, apparently he got popped for some Hamdi the Hammer Abdel Wahab is an Egyptian professional mixed martial arts fighter. Apparently he's been suspended for 2 years and this was 2 years ago. So now he's back.
Wonder why he got suspended, to be honest.
No idea, but he looks like a completely different human being here.
Yeah, he does.
Completely different human being. Okay. Steroids is a lot of it, apparently. One win in the UFC, one no contest. Don'Tale Mayes overturned. That's probably, oh, that's when he got popped, I think. I
Yeah.
think he got popped for that. And then he came back. Oh, I didn't. That was 2022.
Yeah, you were looking a little bit. That's like 3 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, I don't know what fight camp he's fighting out of, but I don't really give a fuck. My message is the same, and that message is trains at Killer Bee Combat Sports. Who else trains here? Um, Nobody that I really recognize. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean shit. If you're a pro fighter, you're training with other pro
I
fighters.
mean, I think he has the advantage, to be honest, though.
Who?
Uh, I think Muhammad Usman has the advantage.
Where? Where does he win? How?
I think he has overall better experience. I mean, his brother's a former champ. I mean, look,
What does his brother being a former champion have to do with him? It
uh,
doesn't mean shit for him.
I don't know. I mean,
How many pair of brothers in the UFC have become champions together?
none.
Exactly. So what the fuck does it mean
Okay,
for
okay.
Muhammad if Kamaru was champion, Simkai?
Alan, okay. Do you think that
What does
Shevchenko?
it mean?
Okay, no, answer me. Do you think
Okay.
Shevchenko's sister? Do you think she was helped b by Valentina or no? Would you
Did she
say
become champion?
no?
Okay. See how easy that
I
is?
don't know. I feel like that's a little bit of a redundant argument, but okay.
Why? How am I wrong?
I mean, like that's
What his brother does has nothing to do with him. He could be
okay.
around him all the time and not be champion.
So Nate, okay, but how many siblings are legends of the game?
Who, the Diaz brothers?
Yeah, there's a yeah.
Okay. Were
No
they champions?
Nogueira brothers.
Huh?
Nogueira brothers.
Okay, that's slightly different because they're both heavyweights and both like in the pioneer age like days
Doesn't
of the
matter.
UFC.
Doesn't matter. Still in UFC history though. So
I
it's
guess, but they weren't both UFC champions. I don't think they were both even Pride champions. I could be wrong about that one.
yeah.
But
But
it's like exceedingly rare. And what one brother does, okay, you tell me this. The Nogueira brothers, you bring that up as an example. Did one of them become champion because the other brother was good? Or did they both individually just
no,
get very good?
but he probably benefited. I don't know, like one of them probably. I mean, Alan.
It's still a fight. And Hamdi is very dangerous.
Still a fight at Hamdi is dangerous, but okay. I guess we'll disagree to agree. So, as you know,
I will bet money on Hamdi.
okay, Alan, you
I
know,
will bet money on Hamdi. He is a lock, in my opinion. The fact that you disagree with this specific one is crazy. You think, okay, let me ask you this. You think Muhammad Usman is good?
I think he's okay. I think he might beat him though. I mean, do you think I'm
We'll
wrong?
see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
think Muhammad Usman has like really like I don't want to say bad, but pretty shitty like striking. His wrestling is pretty good. It's like all right, but like nothing special at all that I can see from Usman. He knocked out Zach Pauga to win tough, right?
Hmm.
Immediately after that, Zach Pauga moves down to light heavyweight, loses a couple times, and then goes to what? Karate Combat,
Yeah,
and that's his biggest win, right?
yes, you're right.
Hamdi by finish.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah,
Well, folks, you know what my catchphrase is? As I
yeah.
always say, Alan loves this catchphrase. It's his favorite thing in the world.
Yes, yes. This catchphrase is my favorite thing in the world. Oh my God,
If me and Alan disagree on a fight, you know it's going to be a banger.
that's
So
facts.
keep an
But
eye on.
take Hamdi Adel Wahab under two and a
Okay.
half rounds. Under two and a half. These big boys are gonna slug it out.
Well, I guess we'll see with that. But next on our list, we got Tagir Ulanbekov, who was originally slated
Oh my God.
to fight Kyoji Horiguchi, who was supposed to make his return at flyweight and challenge I think he's like number 11 or number 12 in the division.
Hmm.
Tagir is facing a 15-1 Kazakhstani named Azat Maksum.
Maxim was a beast. Maxim fought somebody in the UFC for his debut, didn't he? He fought Charles Johnson. That's his only loss. And it was by decision. I'm pretty sure it was on short notice also. It's last year.
So if Azat, yeah, this could be a tough challenge for Tagir, but I mean, Tagir does train in a good camp. He trains with Khabib,
Hmm.
definitely factors into it, and Islam.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have to see. I mean,
This is a really tough fight for both. It's
yeah,
going to be
this
very,
is a really
very intense.
this is an intense fight, honestly. It might be it
I don't
might
know who wins this one. I'm leaning to Gear just because I don't know,
be
he trains with all them, but
Tag-
Kazat is a monster.
yeah, I think that I don't think we're gonna I think this is gonna be a hard one to pick. I would even say maybe fight of the night,
I
possibly.
honestly, I don't disagree with you at all there. I think this fight has the potential to either be really boring or really, really exciting.
Yeah, I think it definitely has a lot of potential in that regard. I mean, Khabib
Mhm.
and Islam have that great wrestling, that signature Dagestani wrestling. So yeah,
Yeah, buddy. All right, on to the next fight, the people's main event, Irina Alexeyeva versus Claudia Saigula. I don't know a single person that's not talking about this fight. This is the fight of the century, it seems. Kidding, kidding,
yeah.
jokes.
Alan likes to shit on women's MMA. Yeah.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I literally, bro, no, that was a joke about this specific fight. Don't
I'm
make
just,
me out to be a misogynist. What the fuck?
I mean, he is a little bit for no, I'm just kidding. But
I'm playing.
he's a little bit.
Nothing will make you less of a misogynist than doing jujitsu with women who beat the fuck out of you. Like
I,
tiny women who just beat the fuck out of you.
yeah,
Makes
feminine.
no sense, but it happens. Anyway, Irina Alexeyeva versus Claudia Sagula. 5-2 versus 6-2. Who you got?
I think I got Alexeva.
Honestly, me too. She's
Yeah,
pretty dope. She got like a crazy nickname, I think, too.
that's
What's
a
her Russian Ronda?
oh, okay. That's a pretty ballsy nickname then.
Yeah, yeah. She likes to grapple.
It's a
Um,
bantam weight. It's at Ronda's weight class. So
yes. I would say this fight is gonna go over 2.5 rounds. Probably gonna go to decision.
I might
Probably.
something.
Probably gonna go to decision. I cannot see a way. You know what? I take that back because I don't know enough about either of these fighters. From what I know about Alexeyeva, she's got a pretty solid ground game. Um, I don't know Claudia Sagula at all. So could be either really good for Alexeyeva or really horrible. Sagula could be a knockout artist. I got to do more research on her. Sorry, everybody, but not enough info to comment on that half of this fight.
You heard him first, guys. Alan cannot.
Yeah, Daria. Okay, next fight, Daria Zelenskova. What? Железнякова.
Well,
Железнякова. Huh?
that's also at bantamweight. It's Daria Jelezniakova versus Melissa Mullins. Oh wow, I,
Железнякова.
I was the one who did good with the pronunciation this time, but
Yeah,
not you.
because you said it with the American pronunciation. I'm trying to get it right, Simkai. We're trying to get it right.
Damn, bro.
Железнякова. Now you say that, huh? Железнякова.
Jelezniakova. I,
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I
I
thought.
just said it
Yeah, yeah,
correctly. What
yeah.
are you talking about?
No. That's still Russian if you said that correctly. Anyway, what's the other one's name?
Okay, the other one's name is Marissa Mullins. Melissa Mullins, not Marissa. Melissa Mullins, she's 7-1. She's from the UK.
We might have changed her last name because on Google right now it's coming up as Melissa Dixon.
Let me see.
Doing too much research.
Yeah,
Too
Alan's
much research.
dive diving into this girl. But oh,
Pause.
Alan, she's fought in
Pause.
the UFC
That's a
before.
regular occurrence for Mr. Simkai over here.
What is?
Taking a deep dive into this girl right now.
Oh no, that's you, bro. Thoughts about going on every other fucking weekend. Shut up.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah. Hate on me. Call me
Yeah, but
misogynist. Do what you
Alan,
will, but I will still enjoy this fight. I
Alan,
got Zhelyeznyakova.
back to the fights though with this
Zhelyeznyakova.
okay, okay. I understand that's who you think wins, but I just wanted to say for Melissa Mullen, she's actually been in the UFC before. She
Mhm.
beat Alexiva, who's fighting before, by
Mhm.
unanimous decision.
That's
Her
what's
only
up.
loss is by to Nora Cornole by knockout in the second round, and then
Yes.
in her last outing, she beat the opponent of Alexiva by second round knockout. So
Claudia Sagula.
yeah, she beat both of them.
Wow.
So the people that are
Wow.
fighting before, she beat both of them.
Wow,
So
that's kind of crazy. If she beats Zhelyeznyakova, she will have beaten every other woman on the card.
yeah, and
Every other woman on the card.
she's an impressive record, 8-1. I mean, maybe a new star in the bantamweight division if she gets a good knockout.
Yeah,
So
definitely, definitely somebody to keep an eye out on.
yeah,
Yeah. Then we got middleweights, two middleweights clashing. Oh, I missed this dude. Park Jun Young taking on
Turtle.
Ismail Nardiev.
The turtle, bro.
The Turtle versus the Austrian Wonder Boy, yeah?
Yep. The Austrian Wonder Boy is coming back after a hiatus, well, since October. Uh, he beat Bruno Silva by decision on
Yeah.
the Korea Holloway card, and then
Kind of
he,
looked like Topuria, Nardiev.
yeah, he does a little bit.
Hmm.
I
The
th
lost Topuria brother, the third one.
Yeah, I think he fought on Brave a little bit, fought for a title,
Mm.
and he's on a two-fight win streak, and he's facing perennial, I would say I don't know if I would say contender, but maybe. Yeah, actually, maybe I would say contender. Uh,
Mm.
Park Young-jung, who is 5-1 in KOs, 6-2 in subs. His last win was also in October against Brad Tavares by split decision. His loss before that was to Andre Muniz by split decision. And then he had a couple of first and second round subs.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be honest. I think I got Turtle here.
Honestly, me too. I think Turtle's pace and pressure is going to be too much for Ismail Nardiev. It seems like Nardiev does better in like open space, but I don't think Park's going to give him any of that.
Yeah. So I think Jungin Park overwhelms Austrian Wonder Boy.
By decision or by finish?
If it was finish, it would be sub, maybe second round, but I'm saying decision.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I agree with that assessment. All
I
right.
think, yeah,
What?
I said I think it's an accurate assessment. Yeah,
That's what's up. Yeah. Well, I would hope so. You gave that assessment.
I
All
did.
right. Anyway, next fight. Oban Elliott versus Seokyeon Ko. Um, I
I
don't
think,
know who Seok Hyun Ko is, but I know Oban Elliott is a bad motherfucker.
yeah,
He's one of the dark horses of the welterweights.
yeah, he's pretty good, bro. I mean, he even got praised by Chael Sonnen, so that kind of gotta tell you a little bit something.
Mm, Still moonlights as a commentator, kind of
True.
his job. But Oban Elliott stays getting finishes. So shout
Uh,
out to him. He's always entertaining. I have not seen a single Oban Elliott fight that was boring.
yeah, Ko is actually a Dana White Contender Series alum. He got a unanimous decision win and got the contract.
Nice. Good for him.
Yeah, so Ko is now making his debut against Oban Elliott, who I think honestly is going to win. He's also 27. He's on a really good streak coming
Mhm.
from Cage Warriors, then jumping into Dana White Contender Series, then winning two unanimous decisions in the UFC and knocking out Basil Hafez.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Something that JDM couldn't even do.
yeah, that is true. JDM couldn't do that. Oban Elliott, I think if he
He's a
gets him,
bad man.
put him on a streak, he might be in the top 15 or challenging for the top 15
For
as well.
sure. For sure. I think his next fight, if he wins, should be top 15.
Yeah, Oban Elliott is probably going to win. He's also a minus 550 underdog in this fight.
Minus 550 favorite.
50, yeah, shit.
Minus 550
I always mess
favorite.
that up.
Yeah. Minus looks like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. Yeah, there's a reason he's the featured prelim. This is his like coming out party. Happy Pride Month. No Diddy.
No,
But
no Diddy.
this is his coming out party. He's gonna introduce himself to the world in this one. If he can get past Ko. It's a
Yeah,
big if.
Ko's a Contender Series alum, so we can't forget that.
Yeah. All
Then
right.
next up, our
Moving
card opener.
exactly.
We got
Main card opener. We have Bogdan Grad versus Muhammad Naimov. You
that's
were
a
talking about this lad what? Last week?
yeah, Bogdan Grad is the one who beat Mike Aswell to get the contract.
Hmm.
Uh, I believe he's fought in the UFC before, but I have to check.
Yeah. He beat
He
sorry,
got a second round knockout against Lucas
against
out.
Lucas Alexander.
So, but then again, we got Naimov. Uh, yeah, I think it's Muhammad Naimov by decision. He beat Khan Ofi. Do you remember Khan Ofi?
No, not really.
He was on the Ultimate Fighter, but yeah. Uh, yeah, so I think that Naimov wins this by decision. I mean, he's
In
pretty
Baku? Yeah.
most probably, yeah.
But Bogdan Grad is also European.
Tajikistan isn't in Europe.
Isn't it technically part of the European Union?
No. It's a stan. Kazakhstan.
Yeah, but I thought some of the stands were in there. I thought Kazakhstan was. Am I bugging? I'm bugging.
Yeah, I
I'm
think you
definitely
are
bugging.
bucking out.
The whatever. It's Eurasia. The borders are ambiguous. They're all subjective. Russia tries to take over all of it. So what you gonna do?
No, they're a trading partner, but they're not in it.
All of the stands used to be part of the Soviet Union.
The Soviet Union, not the
Yeah,
European.
right. But I'm saying like, okay, whatever. This is a geopolitical like conversation.
Yeah,
After the Soviet Union fell apart, a lot of the stands and the Soviet satellites rushed to try to join the European Union. I thought this was one of them. That's the mistake, Simkai. My bad. Not everybody's a history major, right?
yeah. Some people are like Alan.
Yeah. Getting money. Anyway, back to the Bogdan Grad fight. I think Naimov beats him. Uh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I kind
I
of
think
agree. Naimov is on the tough. He's pretty good, well-rounded. I think he's going to win this by decision against Grad from Moscow.
agreed. Okay,
Now you've been itching to talk about this fight, right?
this is the most important fight on the fight card.
Yeah, I think it's one of the.
Absolutely
Yeah,
100%. The most important fight on the fight card. You have our boy. You have the Brooklyn staple, Nazim Sadikov, Black Wolf, taking on Nicholas Mota. I don't want to sound biased, but I am heavily biased towards
oh, I am
Naz
too.
Sadikov. Sadikov by knockout. Sadikov is just on a streak right now. They're on the same age. Mota has an inch and a half reach advantage, but Mota's last fight, he won by decision against Mahashate. He won the one before that against Tom Nolan by knockout. Before that, he had a draw against Trey Ogden. He got knocked out by Manuel Torres. He So he's back and forth. He knocked out Cameron Van Camp. He got knocked out by Jim Miller. He's back and forth, knockouts and not knockouts, all that.
Yeah, I think Mata definitely loses to Sadikov. I mean, look at what happened in Sadikov's last fight. He knocked out Ismail Bonfim.
With the fucking question mark kick.
Exactly, bro. And then that crazy fight of the night between him and Borshev went to a draw. Terrence McKinney, he subbed him in the second round. He knocked
Mhm.
out Evan Elder in the third round, and he beat
Yeah,
that questionable former fighter Ahmad Hassanzada by knockout in the third round.
yeah. Good riddance for that one.
Yeah, good riddance. We don't want him.
Bro beat up a pedophile and got his UFC contract in the same day.
Yeah, bro. Pretty awesome.
Mm. Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
so Nazim Sadikov, he's our boy. He's fighting this weekend in front of the home crowd of Azerbaijan, and he will be the
Mhm.
first fighter from Azerbaijan to be fighting in Azerbaijan. That's a good history step, actually, for
Yeah,
the org. So, but yeah, he's gonna be putting it on for his home crowd in Azerbaijan.
absolutely. I can't wait to see this one. This one, I don't think is going to be fight of the night just because I don't think it's going to last long enough.
Yeah, I think he knocks him out.
I
Uh,
would say under 2.5 for sure.
Nazim is gonna finish him, and then I
Yeah, at home in Azerbaijan in Baku in front of his people, it would be crazy, bro. He's gonna
yeah.
try to kill Moda.
I think if Nazim wins this fight, he has to go into the top 15 next. I think it's a matter of time. I think he's well deserving of this.
Does he deserve it? Yes, but then it's the whole conversation of who would he fight in the top 15.
True, true.
I
Because
would say if he wins this one, you have him fight Ludovic Klein. I've been saying that for over a year already, probably two
yeah,
years.
yeah, we could do that, or we could have him.
Ludovic Klein just fought for the like fought Gamrot in
Why
the top
doesn't
15.
ooh, Nazim could fight Gamrot, but maybe that's too much of a
I wouldn't. Why would Gamrot fight a guy that's not ranked again when he's still
yeah.
ranked in the top 10?
I mean, yeah. So Nazim could probably face Ludovic Klein.
I like that fight a lot for both guys. They're both really exciting strikers.
I think Nazim would win that though.
I think so too, but I don't think it would be easy. Ludovic Klein is very technical and very good. So
Yeah.
it'll be
But
interesting to
okay,
see.
yeah. But for this fight, though, we do have Nazim Sadikov winning this fight.
Mhm.
So, Alan, I mean, this
Oh my
that
God.
fight is probably one of the featured fights. But this next fight, bro,
Oh my
we
God.
we got the kind of crazy fighter from Kyrgyzstan,
No, don't do me like that, please. This is a location. It's not even a last name.
Kyrgyzstan. Okay, from Kyrgyzstan.
Why are you pronounce Jesus J? It's Kyrgyzstan. As a
Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstani, I'm offended.
You're not Kyrgyzstani, but
Says who? So how much you want to bet?
you're Russian, bro.
My mom is from Kyrgyzstan. She's from Bishkek. From the same place that Shevchenko is from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't rep it, but yeah, pronounce it right.
You
Cuz,
don't rep it? Why? Okay,
I
but
mean, my mom lived there. My grandma is not from there. My grandma moved there. She gave birth to my mom, and then my mom moved. So it's not like we have lineage from there, but still.
dude, what's their main language?
In Kyrgyzstan,
Yeah, Russian.
Kyrgyz.
Oh,
Kyrgyz.
you
They have
speak.
their own language. No, not a single word.
Okay, but yeah. So I guess Miktbek is from Alan's one.
Muktebek Oralbay,
He's from one of Alan's homelands. So
I
but
guess.
Alan is facing
Yeah.
uh fellow lightweight who's making his UFC debut. Former Risen, former Ryzen, former I said Risen, but
Yeah, he got that Riz for sure, for sure.
former Ryzen fighter and former I think he was a lightweight champion in Ryzen, right?
I believe so. I
Yeah.
believe he also did a crossover fight with Bellator where he knocked out Patricio Pitbull. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a bad man right here.
Yeah, this guy is really good. He also fought in
Adman.
Bellator.
Yeah.
Uh so Tawfiq is making his UFC debut. He's the second Azerbaijani fighter that's going to be fighting in front of the home crowd.
hmm
And
Oh, he didn't knock out Patricio Pitbull. He beat Patricio by decision.
oh, okay.
Yeah. But still, a win over Patricio Pitbull. Not
Yeah.
Patricio, Patrici, but still, very good win. He
I
beat
think
Sidney Outlaw in Bellator. He lost to Alexander Shabli in Bellator, but he's a monster.
I think Mosaev wins, to be honest, in front of his
I
home.
think so too.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the part that I'm not really certain about. Tafik Musayev is 35 years old. Orolbai is 27.
Yeah, that is kind of
Plus, Orolbai has a 5-inch reach advantage. And you remember what happened with Patchy Mix last time? We were like, oh my God, this guy's fucking insane. He's
And he just
crazy.
came out of a war too with Matusha Rebecki. He didn't win Orlobai, but
Oral, but that wasn't just now, was it? How that was a while ago.
that was his last fight, bro.
Yeah, but that was a while ago. That was October 26th. That's been over half a year. It's been like
Yeah.
8 months. He's
Yeah.
fine.
He's probably tried because you probably trained overtime to come back from that loss. The loss probably bothered him. So
You're making a lot of assumptions here. A lot.
perhaps, what do you
A
mean
lot
make,
of assumptions.
what do you mean making a lot of assumptions?
Like just making a lot of assumptions. Like how do you know what his training camp was like? Just he probably wanted to get it back.
I said I don't know. That's what I would if you lost, wouldn't you want to get back and get a win?
Of course. Of
Okay.
course you would. But also like you got to take some time off for the injuries after the fight.
True.
Each opponent is different, so you got to prep specifically for that opponent. You got to get your diet right when he gets close to it. There's a lot of factors here. I don't think it's as simple as just like he lost and now he wants to get a win back. Everybody wants to win. Like nobody goes in there wanting to lose.
True. Uh,
So
yeah. So you know what I would say? I would still say to. I still think Tafik is gonna win, though. To be honest.
Muktabek oral by decision, split decision.
Okay, I can maybe see that, but who knows? Maybe Musayev will surprise us. So
Very possible. Musayev is a very, very promising prospect.
yeah.
Very promising.
So yeah, we have that. That's another lightweight fight with Azerbaijanis. Actually,
Yeah.
kind of crazy stat. All the Azerbaijani fights are at lightweight, men's lightweight.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. You have Musayev, you have Fiziev, and you have Sadikov.
Yeah.
Wow.
All the Azerbaijanis are men's lightweight.
Well, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, but Alan,
All right, I got some shit to talk.
you got some shit to talk
Yeah,
about.
introduce this next fight so I can talk some shit.
So, our featured fight of the night is Curtis Blades, I believe he's number 5 in the heavyweight division.
Hmm.
Uh, he just lost to Tom Aspinall.
Hmm.
Got knocked out fighting for the interim belt, and he is fighting Eagle FC heavyweight champion. Eagle FC is Khabib Nurmagomedov's promotion,
Hmm.
and this is Rivzin Kunaev. He is the champion, was the champion in his organization, and he is getting a big test in his
Debut.
debut. On the Contender Series, he got a first round KO.
Hmm.
In winning the title, he got a first round submission and a
I got I got to talk this shit, Simkai. I can't hold it back anymore.
yeah,
Can I
talk
talk my shit? Can I talk my shit?
yeah,
You
he's
give me, you give me permission to talk my
I give
shit?
you permission, yes.
All right, what the fuck is this fight? Okay, first of all, Curtis Blades, he got knocked out in his last fight. Yes, but when was that last fight? Do you know? July of 2024. Almost a year out of the octagon. He comes back. He's coming back. And this same fight has been canceled twice at least. Officially, unofficially, it's been canceled like 5 fucking times. Mad annoying to watch this keep happening. Also, Rizvan Kuniev, watch him, look at his body in Eagle FC, and then look at his body now. He fucking deflated. He had
Yeah,
a V line. He almost had abs at heavyweight. And now he does not have abs. Not even close. He also popped for steroids before. Why the fuck is he getting a shot at the top five? The guy who just challenged for the interim heavyweight championship. He is making his debut, challenging for the top five, and he popped for steroids before. I
you
don't
know,
get this fight at all.
it,
It's such a big risk and kind of like very disrespectful to Curtis Blades, who's always been there to help out the UFC.
that's true, but at the same time, Alan, I mean, Rivzin is one of Khabib's guys that he made from the promotion. You know how much they like Khabib. Uh,
I guess, but he's not even undefeated.
he's not, but he has a somewhat impressive record.
For sure he does. For sure. 13-2-1. But why are we giving him an immediate bro? Okay. He beat Renan Fajeda, that fight was overturned to a no contest. Why? Do we know?
No.
I do. Let me read what it says here. Overturned to no contest, overturned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, overturned reason. Kuniev tested positive for anabolic steroids. Drostanolone, metenolone, boldenone, fucking whatever, however, and 19 norandestrone.
Damn.
Okay, so he beats Renan Fajeda. He pops for anabolic steroids, the worst fucking kind, basically, the most
Why is it?
performance enhancing.
Oh,
Huh?
it's the most performance enhancing, you said?
Yeah, anabolic steroids fucking make you lift like a fucking gorilla. And he is getting a shot at Curtis Blades. Why? I don't get it. I don't like it. Have him fight fucking Muhammad Usman or somebody. Have him earn his way to the top. You already have problems in the heavyweight division. Now you want to introduce this guy to the top five? What? For what? John Jones is going to come back and fight him?
Probably.
I don't even want to see that.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like it's kind of gross to me. I don't like this fight at all. That being said, Curtis Blades by knockout round one. Fuck, fuck everybody else. Curtis Blades, bro.
I think Curtis is going to make a comeback too. I had a feeling he's going to win. He's going to kind of put a lot of people to rest and kind of prove why he's still in the top for that title. I mean, but Alan,
I hate the disrespect.
but Alan, you know what I think you hate more?
Well,
The inactivity of the heavyweight division title.
100%. But then add insult to injury, you throw in a guy that popped for, once again, anabolic fucking steroids.
You're
You
not wrong.
just throw him in there, bro. I don't get it. Top five. What? Now he's gonna fight Tom Aspinall? Bro, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't.
It's bullshit. Whatever. That's me and my little tiny world's tiniest violin fucking crying a river. That's what that was. Next fight is our co-main event, right?
Yeah, co-main event. We got the most popular Azerbaijani fighter. He's fought two wars with Gaethje, fought wars with a lot of people, beat a lot of good people in the division like Jalen Turner, uh,
Mm.
uh, Rafael dos Anjos, a couple of others. Oh, Brad Riddell. Yeah.
Wheel kick knockout with that one. Nice.
So Rafael
Moicano.
is co-main event in his home country of Azerbaijan. He's getting a lot of spotlight for this co-main event. He is also, I believe, ranked numbers 8 or 7 in the lightweight division.
Mm,
I
I'm
believe,
not sure.
I think he's in the
I think
top.
he's right outside the top five, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and he is fighting Ignacio Bahamondes, one of the
Dangerous.
one of the most dangerous prospects so far, I think.
Hmm. I absolutely agree. Bahamondes is dangerous. That wheel kick knockout over Danny Roberts,
Jesus Christ,
or sorry, Roosevelt Roberts. Fuck,
no, no,
dude.
no, I'm saying that I still can't believe that one.
No, I know, but I just got the name wrong. But
Yeah,
crazy, crazy knockout. He's got really good striking, and his grappling is also not bad. So don't sleep on him. I think he's gonna want to shoot some takedowns just to mix it up. Honestly, I have Ignacio Bahamondes winning this fight.
you do?
I do. I have this weird feeling that Bahamondes gets a win by wrestling Fiziev.
Interesting.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think that's how it goes. What about you? What do you think?
I think Bahamondes maybe could get a good knockout, but then again, he's facing Fiziev. Fiziev is fighting in front of his home crowd. He's a dynamic
Yeah.
striker, a crazy
Mhm.
finisher. I think, and Ignacio is young. I think Fiziev beats him, to be honest. I don't know if it's a knockout, maybe it's a decision, but yeah, I see Fiziev getting the win.
Very possible. Very possible. I don't rule it out. I just think he's 5 years younger. He's 6'2". Fiziev is like 5'7". Massive height advantage. You got the reach advantage of 4 inches. I it's a lot to overcome, even if it's in front of your home crowd, it's a lot to overcome. I don't know, coming off of two losses, how Fiziev is going to deal with this, but we'll see. I'm excited for this fight. This fight is probably one of the most exciting fights on the card, easily,
You think?
for sure, for sure. There's no boring fucking Fiziev fights. There's no boring Bahamondes fights. So let's see.
Yeah, I guess we'll see with that one. So that's our co-main event at lightweight. As we
Yeah.
will step that all the lightweight fights are at lightweight. No, fuck. Okay, the Azerbaijani fights are at lightweight. Jesus Christ, that was a bad fuck up. But
Yeah, terrible fuck up. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Yeah, the lightweights are all Azerbaijani, but we got one last fight to talk about.
oh yeah, our main
We
event.
got our main event of the night, Jamahal Sweet Dreams
Yeah.
versus Khalil Roundtree. Did you see Khalil Roundtree's custom shorts?
No, I did not. What are they?
Oh, they're bangers. I'm getting myself some. Khalil Roundtree custom shirt bank. First thing on Google. Images. Look at this.
Show it on the screen. Yeah.
Hold on, hold on. Everybody, please wait. Stop attacking me. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but this is what it looks like.
Oh shit.
It's white and gray with Muay Thai uh attire, Thai writing.
That's crazy.
I need some of this immediately in my life. I need some of this.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, this fight though, this is a knockout person's like favorite fight, and these two can stand and bang. I mean,
One of these two can for sure. Khalil Roundtree for sure can. Look at this. Look at this.
yeah, that's pretty dope, Alan.
You got the Thai writing up here. Man,
Alan,
I want some Khalil
let me get back
Roundtree.
to our main event though. But
We've been on our main event, bro. What do you think I'm talking about? I think Khalil Roundtree outclasses Hill easily. Easily. Not even a close fight. I think it ends in the first round.
I think Khalil could, yeah, because I think
30 seconds.
Khalil's performance against Alex Pereira was
Remarkable.
very remarkable. So I think
Generational.
he's probably going to get like a great performance of the night victory against Jamal Hill. And also, Jamal Hill has already reached the top of the mountain. He's already been the light heavyweight champion.
Oh, what?
So like Yuri Prohaska. So
What's that mean?
it means that they've reached the top and they become a UFC champion. That's what it means, Alan.
Okay, but what does that mean in this context? You reach the top and therefore you can never reach it again?
No, but you lose the motivation as compared to other people who have not won the title. This is an obvious feeling that many people have. It's
How
not
would you know that it's an obvious feeling?
because it's true, Alan. Once you win the
How do
title,
you know that it's true?
okay,
Where are
Alan.
you getting this information from?
It's common sense. It's not information.
Why is that? Explain it. Don't just say it's like it's common sense. Why is it common sense?
Because once someone reaches the top of the mountain, they become a UFC champion.
Mhm.
Winning it the second time is not going to be the same as that. It might be like just as exciting, but
Maybe, but does that mean they can't do it?
no, but it gives them a less motivation. But whatever. So
I disagree completely with that premise.
I disagree. Okay, getting back to Khalil Roundtree, I think definitely gets the knockout.
Yep.
Uh, I think he can take Jamal Hill's hits. I think he will be able to weather that storm. I do not think Jamal Hill could handle his punches and also his leg kicks. Like, I think if he does what he did to Modestas Bukauskas, it's gonna be not good for Hill's power. And Jamal Hill does have great power, but I don't know, his power hasn't really suited him in his last couple of fights. He got knocked out by Alex Pereira. He got knocked out by Yuri Prohaska.
Mhm.
So, and Alan, those were pretty brutal knockouts, right?
The technical, the technician in me really wants to just come out and explain a bunch of concepts about striking, but I'm not going to do that. Um, I think the problem is not the power from Hill. The problem to me very clearly is the footwork that he just refuses to use. He's planted like a fucking tree. And if you ever watch Khalil Roundtree fight, you'll notice that his lead leg is bouncing like the Thais do. Like Muay Thai fighters, like Muay Thai natives, they bounce that lead leg to check leg kicks, which is why it wasn't really working for Alex Pereira to leg kick him. It also helps him move better and cut different angles, like we saw against Anthony Smith. Um, Hill doesn't do that. He just relies on just fucking brute force. But once you get cracked the way he did against Pereira or against Yuri, it's a different game. It's a different game altogether. And I don't know that Jamal Hill really likes to play this new game that he's kind of forced to play. Because his chin is not just not the same as it was before, you know? Enough wars and anybody's chin goes. Um, I don't know if he's ready to admit that yet, so he's probably going to come out and try to like be super on the gas, super on the offensive. I think he gasses himself out a little bit and then he gets caught with something big.
I can see that as well.
Mhm.
I mean, I also think like you that Khalil Roundtree is just going to overwhelm him in this fight. I think he's going to make a comeback, and I think
For sure.
part of that reason is because what we saw him against Alex Pereira is one of the most craziest things I've ever seen.
Mhm.
To be able to survive the way he did against that
So
onslaught.
it was a really fun fight.
Yeah.
Very fun.
So
Absolutely. One of my favorite fights of all time, even though it was one-sided, one of my favorite fights of all time.
yeah. No, yeah, it's pretty good.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's our Azerbaijan Baku UFC event this Saturday, and also your guys here might be live streaming the event. So
Very possible.
definitely tune in for that. Me and my boy here will be live streaming the main card, and you'll see our actual reactions to fights as they happen. So that's definitely an interesting thing to see, right, Alan?
Yeah, don't tune in if you can't handle a couple of curse words and potentially
Yeah.
some taboo language. So
Yeah.
don't tune in if you can't handle that shit.
Yeah, if you can't handle that, don't tune in. We get very wordy when we're
Yeah,
watching.
especially Sim Guy. He swears like a sailor.
Uh,
He
well,
fucking he has no off button. Once he starts about the minorities, bro, it's over. It's
it's better than
over.
being a misogynist.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alan hates women.
Absolutely.
Alan hates a woman fight. Alan hates woman's strength. But yeah.
Women's strength?
Yeah.
What does that even mean? I
Okay, fine.
hate
Alan
women's
hates women.
strength.
Alan
What is it? I hate women using a fucking bench press? Oh my God,
Yes,
how
you
dare
do.
she? Oh my God.
You hate women's empowerment. Okay.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
that's a
I only pay them to bench press me on the weekends, bro. I hate them so much.
but yeah, that's our UFC Baku card. That is going to be the main attraction this weekend on Saturday.
Yeah,
But
I hate women so much that I'm actively looking for a muscle mommy. If you're a muscle mommy, hit my line.
yeah. But okay, Alan.
What's up?
Okay, but now we got to go over um our PFL card, but we are continuing in the PFL, the lightweights, women's flyweight, and bantamweight divisions. So we have three semifinals. And in the main event, we have Rabazanov. He's facing Kevin Lee. So the champion of the last season is facing the debuting Kevin Lee.
Yikes, bad fight for Kevin Lee. I don't
Yeah,
know why he keeps taking these dog shit fights
yeah,
against Rinat Fakhretdinov in the UFC when he was coming back against Gazi Yasulov right now.
yeah. Radzabanov. He's gonna,
Gazi Razabam. Sorry, there's too many Gazis.
yeah, he's
Too
gonna
many.
destroy
But
him. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty
I
crazy.
guess I don't know. I hope Kevin Lee can figure out a way
Also,
to get some nice wins and hang it up, honestly.
yeah, you might not be wrong with that, to be honest. Then we
What
also,
about I just said I hope for something.
I said we got Laura Dana. She's 8-0 in the MMA world, and she's fighting former Bellator flyweight champion, former UFC fighter Liz Carmouche.
Mm,
So
nice. Carmouche by decision.
that's also, yeah, I also think that by semifinal. Then we have a
Mm.
showcase fight between Archie Colgan and Mansour Barnaoui. So
Archie Colgan by knockout.
Archie Colgan, I think, also will get a knockout. It's going to be a pretty good fight. Then,
Mm.
Alan, we have Marceli Alves versus Jake Hadley. I think Jake Hadley, former UFC flyweight,
Yep.
against,
Jake beats him. Jake wins. Jake is a fucking contender in the UFC's flyweight division.
imagine what he does in the PFL bantamweight division.
He wins the championship.
Yeah, I think he wins the championship too. I think he becomes the inaugural bantamweight champion.
Was Hadley? Hadley was a flyweight in UFC, right?
Yeah, he was a flyweight, yeah. Maybe he fought
Hmm.
once at bantamweight, but I don't think so.
Interesting. It was a
But
hard cut for him. It looked like it was a hard cut.
yeah, he fought in Cage Warriors too. He's the former flyweight champion.
Nice.
But then, Alan, we
Mm.
got former Bellator lightweight champion Brent Primus making his return to the season after getting into the finals of last season. He is now facing Alfie Davis in a semifinal fight. I think,
Brand premise by decision.
yeah, that's what I was about to say too.
Yeah. Alfie
Then,
Davis could knock him out with some crazy shit, but I think the odds of that happening are much lower
yeah,
than
I
other
think
people.
Brent
Brent
Primus
is a vet.
is gonna get to the finals again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so Brent Primus is the prediction for that one. Then we have Justin Wetzel, former bantamweight at Bellator,
Mhm.
versus the knockout artist Mando Gutierrez. I think Mando might overwhelm Wetzel, but then again, Justin Wetzel surprised us in his last fight.
Sure.
So I think that's what's going to happen there. And then Alan, we actually have a couple of alternate fights. We have Jenna Bishop, a women's flyweight contender, versus Ekaterina Shakalova.
Good pronunciation. I have no idea who these people are.
Yeah, but then, and this guy Alan really likes, Magomed Magomedov will be the
Mm.
bantamweight alternate, and he will be facing Savarjan Kamidov. So that should be a very good fight.
I don't know who that guy is. I only know Magomed Magomedov because that motherfucker has two Magomeds in his name.
Yeah, and then we have at lightweight, Antonio Caruso is going to fight Vinicius Cenci. I don't really know much about them, but I think Vinicius might win because he did put a
Okay.
little bit up of a good fight against Brent Primus.
Mhm.
Then a lightweight showcase with Dara Kelly, a rising Irish star, and Mike Hamill. I think Kelly wins that one. And then we have former women's flyweight in Bellator, Ilara Johan,
Mhm.
is a Sarai Orozco. And then in the first fight, we have welterweights Alan Dominguez and Nick Meck fighting. I don't really know much about these people, but seems like a
Yeah.
solid card before the UFC. It's going to be Friday at 5:30 p.m.
Mhm.
Prelims and then 8 p.m. main card. So if you're looking
All
for
right.
some MMA action for before our crazy awesome UFC Azerbaijan event, catch this.
For sure, for sure. All right, Simkai, do we got anything else?
No, that is it for this weekend.
All right, all right. Very fun fight card coming up. UFC, don't miss that shit. You already know when it is. Actually, you don't. Main card starts at 3 p.m. So tune in a little bit early and let's get it. We'll see you guys here after that to break down all of the knockout submissions or crazy wars that happen. So check back in with us on Sunday. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe, share it to all your homeboys, comments on how
Follow
right
us
or
on
wrong or
YouTube.
stupid or misogynistic we are.
Follow us on YouTube at Combat Sports with a Z Report, and also follow us on Instagram with the same name, no spaces.
Hell
So,
yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys. Love you. We'll talk to you soon.